Yeah, yeah. I find you, I give you all you need. I know what you like. I feel it coming. Tell me that the gas. I try to teach you, but I need some lessons. I need to give it up. I try to live, but I can't.
DCR nailed that.
Turn me out of my mind. Fucking Robitussin. I don't know why this shit got me lazy, right? My head can't do Percocets on my leg. I'm turning one, trying to live it up. Yeah, right, yeah. Bring it over to my place. You be like, baby, who cares? But I know you care. Bring it over to my place. You don't know what you did. Your body like it. I don't know what you did. Get to me. Your body like it. Speaks to me.
It's your girlfriend's favorite DJ, DCR Milda.
I'm unavailable. They know they see me. 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 I'm only human. So big nobody but out. Say I got you, woman. Say the man way I'm Bogari. Bogari. I don't get when I talk, say I'm a pastor.
Everyone will be starting soon. Please get everybody in your team inside of this couple because we're about to go crazy with Primeverse Synchro launch. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Get everybody in your team inside.
DCR nailed that.
I'm feeling, I just wanna taste it. Got the feeling you're throwing away. I don't just wanna be here now. Stay up, honey. I'm feeling, I just wanna taste it. Got the feeling you're throwing away. I don't just wanna be here now. Oh, you wanna party? Listen to your. I want to get naughty.
Từ ngày hai đứa yêu nhau mộng ước thật nhiều. Từ ngày hai đứa yêu nhau lòng ước bao nhiêu. Một có hai đứa bao nhiêu là
عيني بنهاري وليلي أيوة يلا أيوة يلا أيوة
Three more minutes, everyone, and we will be starting and kicking this off.
Paso muchas noches pensándote, yo no sé ni cómo ni cuándo fue, pero solo sé que yo recordé cómo te lo hacía y aquella vez. Si yo no puedo seguir solo, pero sé que te boté de mi vida, te boté, te boté, te iba a te solté, pa'l carajo usted se fue, de mi vida te boté. Notice you, noticing me. From across the room, I can see it and can't stop myself from looking and noticing you, noticing me. Watch out, I've seen a type before. That girl is so dangerous. That girl is so, that girl is so girl. I've seen a type before. She's so dangerous. That girl is so dangerous. That girl is so girl, yeah.
Killer cut block, killer cut block, killer cut block.
2 more minutes, guys, before we begin. Get everybody inside now, and we're about to start, guys.
Can't think, can't sleep, can't breathe.
Drop down in the chat. What country are you guys tuning in from? Who's coming in from Trinidad? Hey,
Everything getting harder to find. Everybody
from
jumping
Toronto.
out of line.
Let's go.
Everybody going out of their skin. See, we get to
I see
the end, but
Slovakia,
as soon as we begin, you feel it.
Spain.
And we breaking the mold, breaking out and we breaking the codes. Similar to the jack who stole to the depths in your wet, so you take explode. So get it out, send your body to flight. Everybody got a target tonight. Everybody come along for the ride. All you studs and your duds and your ladies is fly. Grip the moment like you're gripping the earth. Feel a weight and you're feeling the girth. Now you get it, now you're feeling your worth. Fitness and you used to make when everything used to hurt. It goes. No time to rest. Just do your best. What you hear is not a test. We're only here to make you. We're only here to make you. We're only here to make you. We're only here to make you go. Gotta make it on time. Brightest star gonna be the guide. Gotta get you to the other side, to where the butterflies and where the peace resides. But first, 5 minutes for the 15 of fame. 5 seconds for you saying my name. I'm deadly sharp shooting the game. Gonna hit you in the soul, execution is aim. Get together and we building a fire. Clear smoke and it's taking us higher. Hands up, everyone is one. If you see yourself making it, you see in the sun. Metropolis on the edge of control. They take our money, but they won't take our soul. That ain't gonna do it no more. Won't do what we told, and we ain't gonna fold. We go. No time to rest. Just do your best. What you hear is not a test. We're only here to make you. We're only here to make you. We're only here to make
break you. We're only here to make you go. Can't think, can't sleep, can't breathe.
Let's go. We're going crazy in the chat. Hello, everybody. Let me lower down the music.
Can't breathe.
Who's loving the music, guys? Part-time DJ, part-time CEO. What else? Let's go. Who's feeling good today? Because I'm feeling good, guys. Who is feeling good today? Drop a 1 in the chat if you are feeling good today. Happy Canada Day, everybody, by the way. It is Canada Day, right? I'm not too on track on holidays, but it is Canada Day, correct? I'm so bad. How did I not know this? Okay. Hello, everybody. Where are we calling from? Can we drop down in the chat? Where are you guys calling from? Where are you guys tuning in from? I know we did this a bit of a different time in Toronto because, guys, we've grown so much to the point that we are now a global platform. We have teams all over the world from Asia, Europe, and North America. So I'm excited. I know Africa is a growing region as well, so I'm super excited for that. We have people tuning in from the Philippines, Chile, Saskatchewan, okay, Italy. Man, we got some people in Italy. There we go. How are we feeling today, guys? Because man, I am excited for Primeverse 3.0. Who's been waiting? Because we've been posting about this every single day. Who's been waiting for Primeverse 3.0 to launch for the longest time? Because I have been, because I wanted to show you guys, I wanted to give this to everybody because it's going to be such a different experience when you guys get inside of Primeverse 3.0. And for the first time, we actually own the whole platform. It's been in-house developed by our team, and I'm super excited to bring this to you guys. And I remember when we were starting, when we as a platform was new to this space, everybody was making fun of us. Everybody was saying, oh, free platform, that's not going to work, that wouldn't make sense. But here we are. We have 17,000 members inside of Primeverse currently. Isn't that pretty crazy? 17,000, and it hasn't been a year yet. How crazy is that, everybody? 17,000 members, and I think, don't you guys think somebody is sending a signal on gold, guys? But I know we love trading out here. Maybe we'll pull the charts on the side here, but like I said, we have 17,000 people inside of Primeverse right now, and I just want to do some celebration with you guys. But before that, I want to bring, of course, everybody knows this guy, everybody knows him as the visionary, as someone who has started and created Primeverse, and the reason that we are here in this place right now, the reason why I'm here as well, because otherwise, right, the vision of Primeverse has been in the air for 5 years plus, and we have only been able to bring it to fruition in the last year or two. And it has been an amazing journey because I think I'll give you guys some stats. Are you guys ready? Who can guess? Let's see who can guess. We'll drop some guesses in the chat. How much from last year 2025 to year to date 2026? How much do you guys think our community has withdrawn in profits so far? Can you drop down in the chat some guesses? Let's see who comes close. Millions. That's very specific. Yes, but it is in the millions. Thank you for that guess. 10 million. Okay, we got 10 million. 30, 28. Okay. Nothing. Thank you for that. Yes, 100 million. Okay, 10 mil. So I am super excited to announce, guys. Are you guys ready for this? 30 million. So we have some few correct guesses. $30 million has been withdrawn in trading profits, not profit from live funds in our management. Is that pretty crazy? $30 million. Okay, and I think we can get to $100 million this year. That would be pretty crazy. So again, congratulations to everybody. Everybody's winning in the team, and this is the only time that you're able to measure the metric of people actually winning in the community. But without further ado, I want to introduce the visionary, the founder, and the CEO of Primeverse, Mr. Benson Paul. I'm bringing him up to the stage. Hello, bro. Welcome to 3.0.
Hey, thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it, brother. How's everybody doing? What an incredible day to kick this event off on Canada Day, July 1st. Ooh. Right?
PV Day now.
It's going to be known as a 3.0 PV Day. For all the Canadians who has tuned in, a happy Canada Day. For all the international people, jumping on the stream, really appreciate it. Almost 500 people in the stream, and I'm hoping that it's going to climb up. First of all, before we even start, a word of gratitude. It's something that we heavily try to practice within our community. Thank you so much for every single one of you who have been a part of Primeverse, who is a part of Primeverse, and who will be part of Primeverse in the future. Really, a lot of thanks to the entire community. If it wasn't for you guys, we would not be pushed to bring new tech, new developments, and trained the next leadership in order to move the ship forward. So I'm really glad. The idea of Primeverse started 3-4 years ago with a simple intention in our mind, and we say this all the time, which is education. Education is not supposed to be a privilege, it should be a right. That is our stance. That is my stance. And that's always been the fight that we fight. In a space where everything costs money, whether it's to learn, whether it's to get into trading, whether to get into the signals or courses, whatever it is, in a space where everything was being charged unnecessarily, low quality, we introduced Primeverse into that space and put a wrench into this entire system and changed the direction in which financial market education was accessible to a lot of people. And it is a privilege. It is an honor to serve the entire community. And I'm so excited for the 3.0 launch for Primeverse. And I understand, compared to what a lot of people have seen for almost 8 months, right, Andrew? For almost 8 months, we've been working behind the scenes. And I don't think, apart from few people within our core leadership, nobody has actually seen the entirety of what Primeverse 3.0 is. And we wanted to keep it that way, because the industry is full of people who want to chase, who want to copy. And we want to make sure we build the first computer for people to copy. We want to build the first tech for people to copy. We want to be the pioneers in the industry that we touch. So without further ado, with a lot of gratitude, a lot of faith, I would like to get right into who's excited. Who's excited? Tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I think the moment that we have been waiting for, whenever you're ready, Andrew, I'm going to hand it over to you guys. Welcome to Primeverse 3.0. Let's have a huge round of applause for Andrew as well, and our dev team, which is mostly Andrew, for building this incredible back office. And for a quick second before we jump in, I just want to say what makes Primeverse 3.0 the new benchmark in this entire industry. The answer is simple. For the first time, the broker IB space is connected with trading and affiliate site completely in such a symbiotic manner in a fully custom built back office, a place where you can go home. And it's not just a back office where you can access tech, you can also onboard your people into our backend. So, Andrew, I'm going to hand it over to you, brother. Take it away. Andrew, I think you're muted, brother.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me okay now?
There you
All
go.
right. Dang, you guys missed the $1 million thing I just said, but let's repeat it. I was just saying, this is a lot of firsts for in the broker space, because this is the only platform created by broker management to service clients in this level, in this depth. Nothing like this has been mended together by a broker management. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything crazy. Don't worry, guys. But let me get right into this. So the 3.0 is really focused on more on the client experience, how a client goes through, how a beginner client would go through the platform in getting direction to how they get started. People can hear me now? See, someone said not hearing. Sound is working for you guys? Okay, amazing. Right? So client experience. So when you open the platform, everybody can see the screen, correct? The share screen. I'm confused. Some people are saying that I have no sound. Some people saying I do have sound. Maybe you guys could refresh. Loud and clear. Okay, amazing. You say yap. Okay, we're good, right? So you guys can see the screen, right? And when a client comes into the platform, right? And the thing is, for the majority of people, it's not knowledge that they're lacking. It's not information, right? Because everybody can go to YouTube. And honestly, truthfully, guys, there's a lot of good info in YouTube. There's a lot of good people that are teaching in YouTube. However, the organization of the information on YouTube is just horrendous, right? One guy is saying one thing, the other guy is saying another thing, right? And there's no clear accountability, no clear structure on how you should go through and learn trading. And it's incredibly hard because in school, for example, you go through a simple, kindergarten, you go to grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and you have a specific curriculum each level that you have to go through first in order for you to get to grade 12 and learn some advanced algebra and things like that. However, in trading, right, you open YouTube and somebody's talking about like order flow, some complicated stuff you don't even understand, some terms that you don't even know. So it creates a lot of confusion and it creates a lot of chaos into people's brain, because trading should be simple, right? There are few things that you should learn in certain order that allow you to build on top of one another. And it just doesn't allow that in the world right now, in the current aspect, in current YouTube or anything, or even in the previous Primeverse platform, right? Sometimes things could get muddy. People don't know where to get started first. But the thing is, when you enter the Primeverse, the new 3.0 platform, you get greeted with this getting started guideline that takes you step by step in your journey inside of Primeverse. Welcome to Primeverse, navigating Primeverse, apps to download, how to use your MetaTrader, copy trading, trading basics, the courses, the advanced courses, attending the live session. And it goes through each section and it directs you, gives you tutorial. As a beginner, this is super helpful because now you're not confused, right? The moment you enter Primeverse, you are now able to actually step in and go step by step on exactly what you need to do inside to move forward and start learning how to trade. And here's another thing that I want to show you guys. You actually get paired with people who start the same day as you. So let's say, 20 people started this week. You actually go on a race. You can actually see other people's progress on the people that started in similar days as you. You can see their progress. You can see how much courses they've watched, how much of the progress that they've taken so far. So this is something that allows people, again, one of the main things that we've added into Primeverse is the heavy community focus, right? Our goal is to make a community. You know how in the morning you wake up, you go to Instagram, you go to Facebook, you go to TikTok, you go to whatever social media that you're in, but nothing like that is specifically for trading. Our goal inside of Primeverse is to build a community so strong that when you wake up and you're a trader, you go inside of Primeverse and you check updates, feeds, things like that. You check who's winning. You check what the progress of each person is, right? So the getting started, it will, once you finish it, it will actually give you a certificate as well for people. You guys are hearing me, correct? I see some people still chatting. Everybody can hear me, right? I hope. Okay. So this will allow you guys to obviously, get rewarded as users with some other, I'll reveal it in a bit, but there are some other rewards for you guys here. But this is an amazing way for people, if you're a leader, if you're a community leader, you can absolutely get your people through this super easily. Next is, of course, we have Primeverse updates. This is a simple just announcement tab that we have on here. But what I really want to emphasize on here is this tab. All right. This might look a bit familiar to you guys, right? This might look like Facebook. This might look like Instagram. And again, like I said, the main core focus of Primeverse 3.0 is the community, the interaction, the accountability, and the immersion. It's super important to get immersed in whatever you're doing. It's super important to get immersed in the skill set that you're trying to learn. I imagine when I was trying to learn it, like for example, a skill like trading, it was so much easier to learn it while I was in the midst of a community, in the midst of culture, in the midst of accountability. And that's exactly what we want to create in Primeverse on a global standpoint where people, you guys are already seeing Donnie on here. And there's something interesting about that. I'll share with you guys later what that is. But this is the feed system that we have. You open your phone, on mobile, it would be like Facebook. Essentially, right? You can share your posts, you can share stories, you can share some wins on here, right? You can tag, you can follow people that are posting, you can, post your own chart systems on here. But as you guys probably notice, on the right-hand side of things, there's a daily quest and there's a coin. Like, what is this coin right here? And we are introducing something in Primeverse 3.0, a new way of gamifying your experience inside of Primeverse, again, to drive that community core aspect. And here's the thing. Everything that you do inside of Primeverse will get rewarded. You like a comment or you like a post, you comment, you watch a course, you win, you win this, you get coins in return. You post, you watch some of the courses, you like people, you will get rewarded with PV coins. Okay, so, and these PV coins, hear me out. You can redeem it for actual monetary funds. Starbucks, Visa gift cards, Amazon. We're going to be adding more here as you guys want, whatever you guys suggest. But you can now actually imagine you're interacting with the community, but you also get rewarded for it in real time money. You can redeem this for anything. You can buy Amazon, you can go to Starbucks or any, we're going to be adding a bunch of places in here, but everything that you do inside of Primeverse can get rewarded here. So, when you post, as you guys can see, there's some daily quests, right? Create a post, leave 3 comments so you can complete these daily quests. And again, these will go hand in hand with attending live sessions. We're now able to track live sessions. If you've attended a live session, over 50% of that live session, you will not get rewarded PV coins. So, and these are things that in the future, you can also redeem for Primeverse merch, which is, something that I want to give you guys is, we are about to have some Primeverse merch that you can absolutely use your Primeverse coins to redeem them by. Okay, so, but let's go over this feed system that we have here. One of the main things that we have in place, as you guys can see, there's a video of Donnie
personally
on here.
To take a trade that has at the bare minimum any trade I'm
professional,
taking, bare minimum of
as
1
always,
to 2
Donnie.
risk to reward
Shout out
ratio.
to
So
Donnie,
that means that if I'm risking $50, I'm looking to make at least $100 on that trade.
Was actually taken from a longer form, right? What we're introducing in Primeverse 3.0 is because we understand that people are busy, that people are, we're in a real economy, we're in the shorts economy at this point. every live session, every recorded live session, we will have a dedicated team that will clip those long form educational, those recorded sessions, and post them every single day in the feed. So that way, even if you're a busy person, if you don't have time to attend live sessions, you can get some really good value, some really good, insights from this short 30-second to 1 minute clip.
Obviously, if you are winning more trades than you're losing, even better. But how is it that you can actually be profitable when you're losing more trades than you're winning? Well, it's because of what we call
for taking the mantle and, of course, educating inside of Primeverse. And what we're going to do is you guys will actually get access to all these clips that you guys can post from your social media or anywhere else, and allow you guys to promote in that way. So we'll be clipping every content, every live session, every brain rot, but no more brain rot contents, right? If you have the urge to scroll on social media, scroll in Primeverse, because you will not only get some value, right, and get motivation from people posting their wins, but you'll also learn how to trade from our educators, right? So we want to replace doom scrolling with actual, good content, good scrolling from you guys. So we'll have we'll have like 2 to 3 clips, or even more every single day of our educators. Since we have live sessions every day, we're going to be clipping everything here. How are you guys liking this so far? We're only at the feed, right? Are we enjoying this so far, guys? Again, this is a community-centric update that we wanted to give you guys, because at the core of it, right, it's community. Primeverse is a community. At the end of it, it's a community. It's revolving around culture, and of course, giving you guys the environment where you can flourish as a trader. All right, let's move on to live sessions. Live sessions, right? I mean, we have live sessions, but the thing is, now we just made it easier for you guys to actually see, what language there is, right? You can now sort by language. You can sort by educator, and the recordings are automatically inside of the recording section here. Okay, so that's for live session. Again, every live session that is being held here will be clipped and turned into short form content inside the feed. So that way you guys are learning, right? Even if you guys don't have the time to learn, but it'll be super educational for you guys. And of course, getting into the Prime Academy. I'm excited to announce, because nobody knows this yet. Again, thank you to Cohen. Thank you to Cohen. I'm reading the comments. Thank you to Donovan. You guys are making me messed up. Thank you to Mr. Donovan Taylor. We now have a new advanced SMC course. So here, you're hearing it here first. We now have a full on 12 episodes of absolute SMC mastery. Do you guys want to see a glimpse of the course? Drop a 1 in chat if you guys want to see a glimpse of the course. It's super exciting, because I reviewed the course and I'm like, dude, this is amazing. This is like super intuitive. It's short, concise, and Donnie does an absolutely good job of talking about the points here. So let's watch some of the
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Smart Money
Can everybody
course.
hear the audio?
I'm very excited for you to be embarking on this journey. And I will say that it's important to start with the end in mind. What is your
Everybody
goal
hear the audio?
in going through the course that we're putting together here for Smart Money Concepts? Because I'll be honest with you, it's extensive, it's advanced, and so it's good to know what your ultimate goal is.
There you go. So we'll run through some of this.
$0.6 trillion is being
so these are all professionally done by of course Donnie, and not just some screen recorded stuff.
Welcome back to the Smart
Money. This is just absolutely amazing course that we're about to drop. And again, it will be converted to every language possible that we have inside of Primeverse. So this is absolutely amazing. Of course, we have the foundation course still, and rest assured, we're going to be adding more courses as we go on here to help you guys out with the education. So again, thank you to our team, to our educators, for making this happen and giving you guys the best course possible into getting introduction to the trading space. Now we're going over to the Primeverse apps, right? Of course, we already know we have the Primeverse apps, but the problem was before was you had to with the platform that we had before, is you had to exit in and out and go into another platform to actually look at, let's say, Oracle or PrimeSync, or it just didn't sit right inside of, it just didn't sit right inside of it. But what we've done is we completely integrated everything into the Primeverse back office. Now, like I said, the goal is to make the experience seamless for clients. The goal is to make this a smooth process where the ecosystem is all there and you never have to leave it, right? Let's look at, for example, PrimeSync, right? Now, everything is on here. As you guys can see, PrimeSync is on here. It's integrated well, right? It's all mobile friendly and everything. You guys have it here for people who don't know what PrimeSync is or completely new. This is our swipe to approve or swipe to trade, a system that allows you guys to swipe on a trade and have the right risk management, already in place on your MT5 without you having to choose those lot sizes yourself. So you're always at the right risk parameters. Okay, so we have PrimeSync in here, Oracle, an in-house Oracle. And the thing is, you don't even have to log into these independently. Your Primeverse login is already logged in to your Oracle or PrimeSync or any other future app. So you no longer have to create an account. I know you have to create an account. People first say about that. As you guys can see, this full log, you can do full screen, right? You could log this. You could use and actually, I wanted to make this announcement. Maybe Benson can help me out on this, because we are actually about to announce and launch, along with Primeverse 3.0, Sentinel. Okay, can we maybe talk a little bit about what Sentinel does?
Yeah, definitely. I think who's liking what you guys see so far? Drop it in the chats. I don't think anything of this extent have been launched in this space by any platform. I think there's a lot of people, especially people who've been in the space for the last 5-6 years. You've been a part of different communities, different platforms, different companies. And I don't think anything of this magnitude has been dropped. Now, again, everything that is being built inside Primeverse is a reverse engineered mindset of a trader, right? As a trader, I started my journey in this space as a trader. So as a trader, what are the things that you need in order to succeed, right? We can't get everybody to profitability. That's an impossible task. But what can we do to give you the best chance to succeed? And a trade tracker is something extremely important that you need to have. Something that tracks almost every single metric. So you have different platforms, right? Like TradeZilla, FXbook, TradeAway. There's a lot of different things that can track your metrics. And I think we have a complete trade journal that you guys can connect your account with. And as you scroll down, you will see that we have, a full metric displayed on everything that has been connected. Now, we have an interesting share feature at the right side. So, if you want to share something to social media, you can click on, the days, and you can just post that to your socials. And it's very interesting that you can share your performance publicly. Now, we have the journal, which I think is very important. And I think, everything is tracked, every single thing. If you click on any single one of the trades, it will show you pretty much the precise data, everything that you need to see. You can tag it. You can pretty much update the quality of the trades. And, I think everything that you would expect from a trading journal. You can see it here. You also have a disciplined equity curve. Let me explain quickly what that means. As you guys can see, it will show you precisely where you entered, where you exit, and you can journal this, you can tag it, you can do everything that you want to do. Now, let's say you tag this trade as a trade that you entered with FOMO, or you revenge traded. Now, what the disciplined equity curve does is it will show you what the performance of your account would have looked like if you did not mess up on that trade. So it will always give you what would have your account look like if you did not make that mistake. Gives you that, innate confidence that if you were to sort of fix some of these mistakes, your equity curve would have looked like that. So that's what the journal does. Now, moving on to Sentinel, I think,
It's even locked for you.
So we can open it separately, or I can do it. In the meantime, let me go through the next important thing. We have inbuilt competitions for every single community. Every single community. So you guys can come in here and run competitions, healthy competitions. So if you don't want to see people just, go crazy and blow your accounts left and right, we want to preserve capital in a very healthy way. So, we have an internal leaderboard, and we also have a leaderboard for the entire community. So, it will track all your performances across the entire management. So we know who's performing well. And it's not just about who makes the most amount of money. Let me be very clear. This is not just simply about who makes the most amount of money. This is mock data, by the way, guys. This is why it's not showing some of the accurate data. Obviously, we don't want to, show people publicly, some people bringing out 40 grand, 50 grand a week worth of profits. So we got a lot of incredible traders, I think we have a lot of people from Canada, from Slovakia, who is ruling the top of our leaderboard. We got Lee going up there. I think Manuel was up there. A lot of incredible traders. I'm very happy to see that. I think now we can come to Sentinel. Now, a lot of people have launched different type of automation. Right, Andrew? The space is filled with AIs. How is Sentinel different? Now, here's the thing. As a platform, as a company who is staying outside of the broker space, you almost never get access to direct client trading data. This is something that only a broker accessible platform can get. A direct connection to your trading data. Now, what that does is it allows you to always track your trading data. It always allows you to look into your journal. It looks at every mistake that you made. Now, let's talk about what are the different engines that it's connected to. At the same time, it's connected to geopolitical data engine. It's connected to macroeconomic data. It's connected to every important data that is dropping. At the same time, it is also connected to the live price feed. That means you can ask Sentinel, how does my Friday or Monday look like based on the geopolitical situation that's going on? Is there any important economic data that is dropping? Is there where should I be looking at for buy positions on gold? And where should I be protecting my positions? You can ask all that questions and it can answer you exactly. It can also read your trading view charts and tell you if you're looking at the right buys based on the entire inventory of smart money concepts, order flow concepts, footprint chart concepts, every single trading strategy that you can think out of your mind, it is plugged in. So, this is like, and people talk about ChatGPT. The thing is, ChatGPT has no access to read your live trading data. This is actively going through everything that's happening in the world. And I wish I could speak to it and, show you a live demonstration, but, I think we can absolutely do that. Maybe you should be able to do that, Andrew,
Oh, with what do you mean, like demo on?
Yeah. If you want to.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, I've already been sort of demoing it while you were talking. I had it ask me, or I had it analyze my risk parameters, right? And also I had it help me with some of the, gold analysis, right? Help me with news, what's driving the prices. As you guys can see, it will even generate a chart that's marked up for you. And we are interested in giving insights. As you can see, if you click on any of this, right, it will actually give you, it doesn't tell you like, oh, there's a change of character here. But like for a trader, what does that mean? For someone who doesn't know what a change of character is, right, it will now give you what the sentiment looks like, right? Bearish, right? If what could happen next, if a follow through breakdown confirms, trend may be reversing from a down new trend can begin. If price rolls over and resumes the old, it'll be bullish, right? So it will actively tell you what these things on the screen actually mean, and not just give you the change of character or the break of structure or the markings like you would see in the trading view chart. It will actually give you insights that are important in how the market moves or what the market could potentially do based on those price action. So as you guys can see, it will give you active feedbacks on your trades. So you can even take your trading view. You could go to trading view, drop in. Let's see here. Let's drop in my trading view chart here. Let's see what this does. Drop in a screenshot. What do you think will happen? And I know, Benson, like you had an interesting story about Oracle when you were showing this live to somebody, and it absolutely predicted the exact move. I'm not sure if you had that screenshot or still at this point.
I actually do have it in my laptop. It was actually a call very similar to this. I was explaining what Sentinel is. At the beginning of the call, we went through a sentiment, we went through a breakdown, and by the end of the call, it actually played out exactly the way Sentinel predicted it. Now, I'm not saying Sentinel is always right, but it's an emotionless engine that is purely looking at the market for its logic, for its strategy, for its sentiment, based on all different angles. Now, this is something that you could use in your day-to-day life. And like I said, this is not just about advanced traders wanting an extra confluence. This could be a very simple beginner who just want to talk to an AI which is connected to their own account and look at and reflect to your own mistakes. You could ask Sentinel, hey, I started with $1,000. I've been experiencing back-to-back few losses. What am I doing wrong? It will go through every position you took exactly on the chart. It will read the price. It will look at what happened that day, what economic data, what geopolitical situation happened. It will go back and tell you, here's the thing, you traded like last week when Trump announced XYZ, and this is why you got taken out of that position. Maybe next time do not trade when there's a high volatile news, right? And that's what is a game changer. And everything that we could deploy that can help you as a trader. And again, if you could also talk to it, this is also very good for people who are single. You can just talk to it, right? So
I would recommend switching Sentinel to a different mode for that kind of thing. No, I'm kidding.
Right. So jokes aside, I think we want to make this fun. We want to make this entertaining for people. See, for a longest period of time, agree or disagree with me in the chats. For the longest time, trading was always associated with this dark, stressful, this moody vibes, and we want to change a little bit of that. I think trading should be done in a more relaxed atmosphere. You should have the right kind of support system with you, and I don't think you should be turning your hair gray every 48 hours. And everything we can do from our end, I think traders, I think if you're a trader watching this, you will agree with me. I'm pretty sure. As a trader, you will perform your best when you have less pressure. You're not trading to pay that that rent. You're not trading to pay that mortgage. You're not trading to pay that bill. You're trading because you want to trade, because you have a great opportunity, because you see a great position in the market. Trading to trade is way better than trading for pressure to pay for something. I think that's where I believe a good reverse engineered concept like this can really apply. So we have put a lot of thought into what a trader or somebody who's aspiring to be a profitable trader could get out of this. So that's Sentinel. I think you guys would love this. And, a quick word about Oracle. When we first launched Oracle, in full transparency, there were errors and issues. And so did my 1999 Microsoft laptop. So this is why we improve things. This is why we bring out new versions, completely improved, clean interface, much better UI. So back to you, Andrew, and let's
Amazing.
continue this.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, and you guys probably already reading on the screen. This is some really good insights. Maybe I should zoom into this because, like, this is something that you would actually look at the charts and be like, it says like if it pushed to higher test for 4,100, 4,120, it can be bullish, right? But if it's breaking below, I think 4,020, it might be bearish. So like there's some really good insights out here on Oracle. So and we are adding some new things into this. And again, I'll kid you guys not, we literally update our apps every single week and pretty much every other day to make sure we're improving. And you guys, a lot of the issues that you guys saw are probably already not in place anymore. So we are continuously improving this. And again, these are all now inside the Primeverse ecosystem without needing to, is that run an Obsidian memory? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. But let's go over into some of the perks on here because, again, these are some of the things that we have, again, integrated inside. And Traverse is, I know people have been, less accessible for a lot of people because it is a concierge system, right? But now inside of Primeverse, we made it super accessible for you guys to select the resorts, the business classes, the 5-star hotels. We scraped everything inside of here so you guys can look at what exactly is available and message our concierge on WhatsApp. Let's say you're booking a hotel out in Maldives and you want to book this super nice one. And again, these are all premium, 15 to 30% off on those hotels and then up to 50% on a lot of these first and business class. So, we have the travel, and of course, we have the financial planning, the Prime Fit. We just imported on here. Nothing new from our previous version, but of course, we've organized it super well inside of Primeverse 3.0. But I really want to focus on this because we are almost an hour in. This is one of the biggest changes that we've added inside of Primeverse. It's the community function. Okay, and a lot of people here, of course, represent who's Traverse takes MX. We take any form of payment. What community do you guys represent? Type down in the chat, what community are you guys coming from? What community are you guys tuning in from? You have some, I saw some Quantum, I saw some Aspire here. I saw some, what else do we have here? Who do we have inside watching right now? We have PV Rising. Okay. All right. We have Limitless. All right. One of the main things that, we had intended for Primeverse 3.0 was the complete control of someone like Tommy or Wes, a complete control for community leaders with their audience, with the platform. It will almost feel like it's a platform that you have created yourself and have full control of, right? And I know some of people like, the accepting process and things like that, that is now handed over to you guys as community leaders. You guys now have the capacity to look at all those stats, accept people. It's a good quality of change, but here's what we have on here. So you can see welcome chat function. You guys can have your team chat on here, but this is probably one of the main things that I've added. That is, you guys are familiar with an app called Discord, correct? I took inspiration from it. Okay, we took inspiration from Discord and we have now added it inside of Primeverse. So no longer that you have to go outside of Primeverse to hop on a call, and hop on a call with your buddies and your community to, talk about hangout, talk about trading and things like that. You now have an inbuilt similar Discord functionality inside of Primeverse where you can just hang out with your boys. You can turn on your camera, right? You can share your screen if you want to share your charts, mark up some charts, hang out with your team, all in this platform in itself. And again, this is something that is geared towards building a proper community, right? So you have your feed, you have your courses, you have your events that you can set locally for your team. But the best part is you guys will have full control of these ecosystems. You can set up trials, right? If you want to set up a trial where somebody comes in only for 7 days, you want to set up a trial where they can only access certain courses within 7-day period, you guys have those flexible options. And there's way, way, way more that we will go over later on the other side of this future. So can we record classes there? Yes, 100% you can have recorded classes on here. So this is going to be something that's going to be crazy because you guys will have a full ecosystem. Because usually, you know, people would build out of Telegram, would build outside of WhatsApp, but the goal is to build something that a platform or ecosystem that people don't really have to leave, and they have everything inside of one ecosystem. So from courses to events to voice channels, right? And let me tell you guys this, for the people that are building that are a bit more advanced using Claude or whatever that may be, you guys will have full API access into Primeverse. Let me tell you guys will have full API access to Primeverse. So what that means is, let's say, for example, you're running a group on Telegram, right? For example, you know, you're running a Telegram accountability bot. You'll be able to pull the data of your team members or your clients, you know, how much progress they made in their courses, how much progress they made, what kind of activity, how many live sessions they're attending. So you can independently follow up with those clients using some sort of, you know, accountability bot on Telegram or something along those lines. So this is a huge feature for, again, the team leaders out there. So it's going to be insane, guys. I'm going to have to hold multiple trainings through this because there's so much features to unpack on here. But as far as the client aspect, again, to summarize, the flow is the most important thing. When the trader comes in, they should know where to go, how to go about it, and what the progress is, and incentivizing for them to win. That was our focus on Primeverse 3.0, and of course, improving our apps within. You guys saw, you guys probably saw a lot of updates on the Oracle, right? The charting was not available in Oracle before. The chat function where it would give you charts and give you, chart analysis and things like that was not available before. Again, that was just launched with PB 3.0. So I guess that is it for me on the client side. Do you want to go something else on the client side aspect?
Yeah, I think definitely I want to talk about this community aspect. It's incredible. See, a lot of community leaders, what they have told me, and these are the feedback that we continuously take. I hope you guys understand, every single leader that is part of Primeverse since the beginning or recently, I want you to understand this. Every concern that you have is always taken seriously and sent towards an upgrade or a fix. But at the same time, I also want you to keep realistic timelines, right? You have to understand this platform got to this level without any external multi-million-dollar funding, just our own funds, in about 8 months. Think about it. Internal investment to a platform to this level in 8 months and 17,000 clients. That's how crazy this is. And we will continue to improve. And this community function is a result of that. I've heard people say, you know what, it's taking too long to accept people in. People say, you know what, the community chat function is not friendly. A lot of people still prefer Discord. I'm like, okay, then let's bring that here. So people talking about, how there's less flexibility or branding in terms of how it feels like when people come in. So now you have full control of how you brand, things inside, the courses that you upload, the functionality that you have inside your community. And one more thing I want to go right back is PrimeSync, because this is a flagship product, right? And a lot of different platforms for all the leaders and clients, listening. A lot of people have attempted to recreate PrimeSync in many different ways. Too many companies have tried and failed because at the end of it, they do not understand it is not the design, it is not the codes, it is not the visuals, but the amount of money it takes. Somebody in the chat recently said, I'm pretty sure most clients on this call don't even understand the amount of money required to have all these APIs running simultaneously in order for us to accommodate a platform of this level. I think the real challenge of deploying something like Primeverse is that not the cool designs that you see on the screen. I mean, more than happy to give you the codes if you want. You will still not handle it. Now, what I want to go through is the account that you see is my own. It's my personal account. As a CEO, it is important I use my own products. What you saw in Oracle, you can go to all time, on that. So that's almost 3-4 month data. I'm up. Again, I don't want you guys to think this is a completely automated system. There's automation feature in it. However, you still need manual intervention. This is not to remove the idea of managing signals. Our goal is to make the idea of executing signal as impeccable as possible. That is the goal. I've had people come to me and be like, I'm on full auto, but I don't know if I'm profitable or not. Sometimes it wins, sometimes it loses. And that's the whole point. You're not blowing your account. You would have blown your account 10 times over. Right? So it's incredible what we're able to do. All the settings, all the customizations, every single position can be customized to the weight of the positions that you like. You can create your max risk. You can put your equity protection. Let me tell you on this call, do not have Prime Sync on and then manually trade. Right? It doesn't make sense. So, I want you to understand, it's like having your Tesla on autopilot and just going full throttle on gas. It doesn't make sense. So let it do its thing. So I think that's everything about the client side. And I think, who's excited to
go dark side? No.
Who's excited to see the other side of this entire platform? And somebody asked in the chat, how much does it cost to be a part of this platform? It's $0. I don't think, anybody who has anything ill would see something like this and feel anything about it, but excited for what this will do to the trading space. Who's excited to see the IB side, the affiliate side? For my leaders out there, for my affiliates out there, for my IBs out there, top leaders in this industry, who's watching, who's on that fence. I know you've been on that fence for the last 6-7 months. Different platforms coming and leaving. Everybody talks about it for some time, like that meteorite that just took a turn around the sun and just left. And that's the situation of most companies out there. Not here for a season, always here for a mission. And we'll continue and complete it, because Primeverse is not designed for a few months. It will be here for the next 5 years, 10 years, and beyond, because we work extremely closely with the second biggest broker group in the whole world. So let's switch to the IB side. Andrew?
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Let's pause there for a second. I think everybody should take some time to see it, take it in. Welcome to the perfect amalgamation. Welcome to the perfect relationship for an IB affiliate in this space and trading. Nobody has done it at this level with this access ever.
I want to note this is, of course, on our affiliate partner side. And one of the main things that allows us to help people on a global scale in the numbers that we do is that we have amazing leadership. We have amazing partners that run that business side of things, and and help people with onboarding and obviously growing their trading skill set. So this is an important tool for them to actually, see and have a full command center of exactly what's happening in their team, who's progressing well, who's not doing so well, right? Who's actually, crushing it, and they can see those people and give you guys the right accountability as much as possible. So excited for this because this is a lot. It's a lot in here, guys.
Definitely. I'll try to finish it as fast as possible, because we got, incredible leaders from a lot of different platforms waiting for this. And I think this call will be the deciding factor for a lot of you guys watching. The goal is to build the perfect relationship between the affiliate side, which has now become the #1 cash flow option for any trading affiliate in this space. And if done right, with ethics, with the right morals, I think it provides you one of the most beautiful overhead-free cash flow, except for us, because we have to spend on this platform. So let's start from the top. As a IB who logs into Primeverse, you'll have your own exclusive space where you can have your full command center. And I think this is where I believe if you're an IB, you need to have a thick skin. So I don't think comparing yourself to the best should be a bad thing to say in here. And if you do that, I don't think you should have an IB agreement. You should always try for something bigger. Now you will see your total members, your total IBs, how many countries, people that you have. On the right side, you can see, different statuses. And here's the most beautiful thing. We have an internal ranking system based on, who is earning the most. Now, we're not going to show the numbers here. It's mock data, by the way. And not just affiliates, but also top traders. Top traders who are winning from Oracle. Now, because we own all these individual platforms, it's like an Apple-like ecosystem. We can connect and wire everything together into a single command center. And as you go down, you will see data from all different applications. You can see the top performers. And if you like to scroll down, you will see the top performers, top IBs, top affiliates based on how many people that you refer into the platform, your contributions, new members coming into the platform, everything. Now let's go down to the affiliate map. I think it will be very similar because it looks like your PU Prime back office, because we have an incredible relationship with our broker at the highest level. And we pretty much have a one-on-one, but in a much better way. I think I believe PU Prime would be jealous. Here is something incredible that I always wanted to have: a client world map. What this allows you to do is it will put every single client from the entire world on a single heat map. So you can see where you're building. Where's your incredible traders at? Where's your best traders at? What country haven't you conquered? What continent have you stepped foot in? This changes the game. But this is not just for the clients. If you switch to the IBs, and there's a button there, now you see where's your heat map for the best affiliates in your organization. Who's doing the damage, right? Whose blast radius is the biggest? Who is going crazy? Who's educating the most people? Who's making the biggest impact? Now you have a visual representation. I should play less war video games. The amount of weight this carries on the website. I know Andrew's annoyed because the amount of weight this carries on our website is not small, but we had to make it because this is one of my favorite features. When you are an individual who wanted to work with people all around the globe, you want to see where are they situated? Where do I need to go more into? So, it's very, very exciting. I think now we can go to my organization, but let's keep the window to the top. Do not scroll. Guys, for all the IB affiliates there, welcome to the new era of affiliate system. You can have your full organization now viewable within the back office. Everything you have, every client you have within your PU Prime broker back office, you will find it here. You'll have your largest producers, you will have your highest referrals, and more metrics will show up in that standouts in your organization. You know, who's trading the most amount of volume. And again, for my now marketing affiliates who are in the brokerage space for the first time, you'll have your own full organization chart. You can scroll down.
Can we scroll down now?
Yes, now you can scroll down.
Okay.
And let's click on some of these nodes. You know, there you go, right? And
The full expansion here.
now you can sort of condense it, you know, and you can have a full expand, and it will show you your entire organization right there. And maybe let's just try clicking on one of those. Not only does it show you the full picture of all the clients within your organization. Let's scroll down to the bottom of the page. It will also show you, as a sponsor affiliate, the deals of every single client, the volume traded by every single client, their complete information. You do not even need to open your PU Prime back office. In fact, you will have more information here than you will find on PU. Every single deal. Now, you know, sometimes, you know, obviously I get, you know, people talking about, hey, I don't know if I'm getting paid right. You know, I don't know if the rebates are right. You have to understand, you know, I've had my Amazon delivery gone missing. That's a $1 billion company. You're talking about, come on, you know, these things happen. But the perfect fix is you will now have an eagle eye of every single affiliate, every single IB, their deals, their position, everything. Now, there's also a very specific button there that says show clients. So that means you can also see the clients nested under that particular IB. It's mock data here. So obviously you can't see it, but anybody you click there, you can see your entire clients, their direct clients, as well as the clients of their entire sub-affiliate tree. Now, another thing that at the bottom, you have at-risk queue. This is your inactive affiliates, people who have been sort of sitting on the ice, not really doing much. And at a single click at the right side, you can have them re-engage. There's an option right at the far corner. You can send all of them, you know, no more mirrors. So you can send them an email saying, you know, what are you doing? You know, take part in this action. There's an incredible movement going on. And, you know, I'm very excited. Now, we can go to, let's go all the way to the top under my organization. You have an option at the top to switch between your multiple markups. So if you are an affiliate and you have multiple different markups, as part of the broker space, you guys understand, right? You have multiple different markups, and you can pretty much switch between all of that in a very efficient manner. You have full eagle eye view of everything. Name a single platform who has ever done anything like this, right? And that's what makes Primeverse better. We will always keep innovating and making it better. Now, let's move on to the partner pathway. See, whether as an affiliate, whether as a client, you always need a goal. You always need a goalpost, and it should always be changing. This is why we have a complete IB ranking system introduced, right? And here's the thing. Making the most amount of money is not enough to get you your ranking. You also have your training associated with those rankings. That means, let's say you're level 2 IB and you're qualified to become an executive IB. The amount of rebates that you earn is not enough to give you that rank. You still have, as you can see at the top, training program incomplete, promotion on hold, because you still need to complete your training. You need to understand What does it mean to be an IB? Everybody thinks it's just deals. Introducing broker means you're responsible, you're accountable. And above everything, it's leadership. That is the core principles of handling this agreement. You're in charge. If you have to look up to build your business, you're not building. Right? So I think it's an incredible thing. You need to have your training go hand in hand with your promotion. And this is going to change the game for the entirety of affiliate marketing, networking, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter what company you're from. This is the place you want to be. Now, you know, there's more to talk about funnels, referral links. Obviously, you know, it gives you a full view of your clients. You will have your referral links available here and a lot more things. So now, Andrew, you want to talk a little bit about the funnels?
Should we? I think we've already talked about too much. I think we should cut it short. And no, I'm kidding. But we can actually talk about the funnels. So let me show you guys. I might have to share my screen on. For a lot of the affiliates, your main goal should be always have some sort of way for people to actually go and learn about your business with one click, one link. And I don't think anyone, any platform, nor marketing or anything, this is my team has already accessed this in advance for beta testing. So, but we will now launch it officially for the rest of the Primeverse universe. But let me just reshare my screen here. Let's see. Where is this? Primeverse Affiliate Hub. Okay, here we go. All right. Are you ready? Okay, so this is going to be your...
You still need to share your screen, Andrew.
Here we go. There you go. This is going to be your hub when it comes to sales-related IB, right? Let's say you did your VSLs, you did your videos and things like that. Now you will have access to what is called the Primeverse Affiliate Hub, where you can build campaigns and have a... Well, hold on, let's open this up. Might not open in the right link. Okay, did not open the right. Okay. You will get access to our curated funnels done for you already. All you have to do is set up your links in the back end, and this will utilize your own PU Prime link right here. As you guys can see, we have Benson on here on the VSL. What you can do actually inside of the platform is once you film your own video, which I do recommend that you actually film your own video, is that you can actually replace this video with your own. So have your own face on here. I actually have mine already in place. I have my own video. I have my own face on here. That way increase relatability to you. And when they click join for free, let's say they enter, right? I literally put down the wrong box, but all right. This will now log their email, and we have a done-for-you email marketing system in every language possible, depending on their IP, in the back end of this. So the moment that they put their email on here, they will get marketing follow-ups if they haven't signed up, which we will know because this has access to the Primeverse API, where we obviously will stop marketing to them once they're inside of Primeverse. It's no, I'm new, right? This will utilize your referral code, have the tutorials, sign up at PU Prime, and it will auto-verify them actually with the new system that we'll have. Is they will get auto-verified inside of Primeverse if they're actually in your PU Prime back office, if they have signed up, if they have funded their accounts. Yes, I already have one, right? It will have the email template ready for them to send. And it will be super easy for people to sign up. And and you send one link, they get info about what Primeverse is, they get sold on what Primeverse is, and it's just a matter of just sending, creating your content, running your ads and things like that. And you guys can track these people inside your campaign, your pipelines, as you guys can see, right? As they signed up, they will get into the sign up tab. You can see this,
Your
right?
screen's not sharing, Andy.
I keep missing it. Okay, there we go. You guys saw that we signed this up. It's in the signed up, right? We have the pipeline, pending transfers. You have the verified inside of Primeverse, right? So you have your own pipeline inside of this as well. And of course, this is one of the biggest things that I'll share with you guys. I'm not going to gatekeep it anymore because this is actually big. From a marketing, from who runs ads in here?
You go to share it again.
No. I'm not sharing anything on. Who runs ads in here? Okay, can I get a type of 1 in chat if you are someone that runs ads or are in the marketing space? We have Manuel. Okay. The problem with running ads, okay, in this industry is that in the IB space, it's super hard to track what your cost per acquisition is. It's super hard to see what your ROI is when you're running ads on an IB. However, for the first time since we have this privilege of data and broker position, we can now put a pixel, right, that will track how much commission you actually make from the people coming in from your ads on the back end. So you will now have data on exactly, what you've spent in ads and what that correlates to in rebates earned from those people that you've signed up using ads.
I wish people understood the depth.
I wish people understood the depth of that, because that is the main problem, IBs, that you can't run marketing because it's hard to track these numbers. But now you will have real time, right, what the lifetime value of a client is, right? Say, 6 months from now, that client has produced you $300, $500 in rebates, and now you can correlate that with that ad spend that you launched 6 months ago, 8 months ago. So, this is actually insane, because I've had a lot of marketers come to me like, what's the cost per acquisition on this? What is your cost per client? How much are you actually making from this? And for the longest time, it's hard to tell. Honestly, it's hard to tell with the limited data on the back office. But now we have the power to provide those API and those data to you guys. So this is actually going to be insane. It in fact will be impossible for a lot of, unless they own the broker. That is the only way that these data can be extrapolated at this point. But Primeverse is going to be way advanced and ahead of this game. So I'll leave it back to you, because I just dropped a massive feature for people that, if you know, you know.
Definitely. Let's go back to the shared screen. So, guys, I know last 15 minutes things went in a direction where it gets a little bit more complicated. I understand for regular IBs, this might be a bit difficult to get over. But I want you guys to understand. If you are a top leader, a top IB, a top affiliate, a top networker in this field, this is exactly the tools that you need to perform at your best. Now, let's go towards my clients. This is where you pretty much see, and you can go through all your active clients and everything. You can look into your commissions and payouts. So, this is where you can see a little bit more about the commissions that you generate, the payouts you've taken, all these. And I think the most insane feature, my favorite feature, right? IB request. So let me talk about this. And I'll guarantee you, nobody, I think the V Group broker started in 2005. So almost 21 years, nobody has done this. As an affiliate, again, your master affiliate can decide for your organization, by the way, but keeping that aside, as a sponsor, you can now request your IB agreements for your clients directly from the back office. And just to be clear, we're not a broker. Honestly, we're so close, it almost looks like it. I will take that as a compliment. We're not. So if you click an IB request, number one, you will see your current deal right at the top. Your Forex, your gold, your silver, everything. You will see it right at the top. And below that, you can choose the markups that you want to for the clients. So let's say, you want to go for a 1.5 pip markup. Your sponsor account will be locked and you can click next. And this means, you can go click next on it. You can enter your affiliate's name, just right, and you can have a random email. And you go to the next step. You can choose. Let's say, wow. I feel like that was intentional. So we can click next on it, and you can choose whether this is a new affiliate, whether it's a rebate adjustment, whether it's an ownership adjustment. You can choose what you're trying to do here as an affiliate, and it will be a new IB in this case, right? And you can put some notes for management if you want to, and you can click submit request, and boom, now you have a direct. You will see your queue. Where are you queued at? You can directly message the backend managers who's handling your agreements. And for the first time, your agreements are done by AI. So, it's that crazy. You can also follow up directly here. So you don't have to go and ask your sponsor. You don't have to go ask your friend what's going on. You don't have to reach out to PU, any of those stuff, And even more impressive, we will always carry a direct agreement for all the sponsors. If you're a master affiliate, if you're a manager, anybody needs it, we can always give it to them. Full transparency. That is something I wanted to implement, because I'm somebody who's always willing to learn from the predicaments that happen, right? Anything that people have issues, we want to do better. We want to make it better. Anything you want to say, Andrew?
Yeah. Actually, let's talk about speed, because one of the main things that this update brings is just absolute speed in terms of these contract creations. Just to give you as context, it may take around 10 to 15 minutes per contract for a human to make it, right? And that's the way we've been doing it for the longest time, right? How long does it take for a contract to be made on here, on the new 3.0 update? Benson, how long does it take now?
I don't know. To generate an agreement, I would say 5 seconds.
There you go. As fast as you can type your details.
Yes. And again, now you're looking at your agreements pretty much done in hours. As an IB, it's pretty much instantaneous. This will be directly sent to the backend every couple hours. We have a specific team trained directly from PU on top of this. So a lot of incredible things happening. Now let's move on to the next, which is your support. This is something I wanted to now for everybody inside Primeverse. You'll have your own dedicated support inside your back office, right? So let's say you have a deposit withdrawal issue. You can click on it. You can input everything that you need right here, right? And you will have your own ticketing system. You can upload your files here, whatever you need to do, right? You can choose a file and you can click submit. And, you can just go click submit. And right at the top, you will have your ticketing updates right here. And here's the thing. Every ticket that you make now will go directly to your manager, right? It's not going to be, just our random support. I mean, our support will always be there to help. However, this will now go to your direct partnership manager. Now that gives full transparency and access for your manager to handle. Now, if they cannot handle, I'm there, Andrew's here. We can always escalate and take care of you guys, right? They will have a certain window to handle it. If they cannot handle it, it will automatically go to me, and more than happy to do my job for you guys. And right, almost everything is right here. anything that has to do with the platforms, anything that has to do with Primeverse, anything that you can think about. If you feel like there's anything more we can add here, let us know. We can add it because it's ours. That's basically the craziest thing. Anything that you guys want us to put here, anything that you need to add, we can do it pretty much within 48 hours or the same week, because
I think we'll add in a feature requests section as well for you guys.
Absolutely. So I'm very excited for everything that's here. And one thing that we're about to launch, I think, Andrew, there's 3 pictures that I've probably sent you. We haven't been able to show the people here. And this is not just for clients or IBs. This is for everybody within Primeverse ecosystem. This is ARC Foundation. Now, I want to talk about ARC Foundation a little bit. We started this initiative last year, and we always wanted to sort of improve our vision when it comes to ARC Foundation. Me and Andrew, we both had this similar idea of not just having the best platform for traders and affiliates. Primeverse is not just a trading platform; it's a wealth platform designed to improve the life of people coming into our platform. And we want to take the blessings further outside Primeverse. And this is where we came up with ARC Foundation. It is our mission to help people around the world, not just in trading or finances, but also people in all different situations. And whenever you're ready, I think we can start with, I think we have 3-4 different initiatives. And I'll tell you a story. I had the privilege of meeting incredible ladies a few days ago, who does an amazing work in breast cancer awareness, as well as research and foundation and support and all that. Had an incredible conversation, and I realized that the kind of work that they do really impacts a lot of people. And this is something that is very close to our heart. And I think you have the... So as part of Primeverse initiative, ARC Foundation, ARC stands for Active Random Kindness. This is going to be implemented in our back office as well. We're not taking any funds. We'll be directing everything to the right kind of people. So this is mostly for cancer relief and awareness fund. This is to help people around the world struggling. We cannot help everybody, but at least people that are sort of vetted through our platform. We can do fund education, fund seminars, treatments, whatever. The second would be ARC Foundation Children's Education Fund. This is something that we wanted to do for people, especially in developing countries. Like I said, the mission of Primeverse starts with education. It's not a privilege, it should be a right. And I stand by that. And that means, as somebody who immigrated here to Canada from a developing country, I understand how difficult education is for a lot of people around the world. And doesn't matter the country, the language, the color. We want to make sure at least some kids benefit from our mission. So, we will continue to support people around the world, kids around the world, as much as we could. And the third one is ARC Foundation Disaster Relief Fund. We have a lot of colleagues from Asia, especially. The Southern Hemisphere has one of the most, rugged, rough, situations, especially typhoons, tornadoes, and whatnot. and people in those countries find it way more difficult to recover from those than, say, people in states or some other more developed countries. And we wanted to make sure we lend a helping hand. And one thing we will make sure is we will never donate it to a government organization. We will only donate it to somebody more connected with the people. We don't want this going into, act of random pockets into into senators or whatnot. We want to make sure this actually reaches people. So we'll not be collaborating with any government agency or anything like that, GoFundMe or anything that is directly set up by the people. And again, guys, like I said, this is a complete wealth ecosystem, and the blessings that we receive is meant to be shared. And this is something we always done. Anybody who have been a part of Primeverse within my management, within our organization, understands we have always been giving. Right? I remember I saw a young gentleman, coming to the office. I was taking down notes on a paper, and somebody said, and I thought, what an incredible thing to do, to write down everything in a paper. That's very old school. Love it. Until somebody told me it's because you don't have a laptop, and that's the reason why. And we made sure people like that are helped. And we've always been given to our entire community, always. And that is something nobody can take away from us. Everyone who has ever sat on the table with Primeverse have always eaten better than they ever did. Now, much love to everybody. More than happy to take some questions if you have. Within, I think I'll pull up my live chat here. I know there's a lot of people, on the chat. If you have any questions, more than happy to answer. Maybe take a couple random ones. Primeverse is positioned to be the new industry standard. It is the new benchmark for every affiliate, every networker, every marketer, every client, every trader. Everything that you can potentially imagine in this space has been implemented, right? So, couple questions. The transition and onboarding will start from mid of this month, most likely around 15th. We'll have a more accurate date to our people, and we will have some of the managers and master IBs give them early access to try it out. We already have a few people who's trying things out and giving us some feedback, and we'll continue to improve this to the best of our abilities, making sure you guys towards the end of 2026, this will become an unbeatable, as close to perfect platform that we possibly can do. And that includes every single product. We're not a platform who will launch a product and just, let it sit there just so that we can have people sign up. No, we will make sure it is improved. And that's for you, Andy.
Yeah, so we have 30, 60 to 90-day follow-up sequence. So he'll actually relentlessly email your clients if they actually do not complete the sign-up process into decaying time. So 100%.
If you are a leader, if you're a trader, if you are an affiliate, I'm calling up every single individual who is watching this stream. If you feel like you could come in and add value to Primeverse in any different angle, more than happy to. More than happy to. And one thing I will say, I think this is very important to note. We control the entire ecosystem for Primeverse unlike the control that we had with our previous back office. That means somebody asked this question earlier in the chat. Is there a way to find out if people are cheating and using a different broker? We spend hundreds of thousands of our own money into this platform. And the least that we ask is stay committed to the broker that is giving you and sponsoring you your access to Primeverse. And if you want to cheat and go to use a different broker, that says more about you than us. If you do, then you can continue to do so. But if that is, coming to the attention, then your access will be terminated indefinitely. They'll meet no second chances, right? And we will also have the ability to cross-check your activity between multiple different managements within the same broker. So if your IP address is tracked between a different management and you're double dipping, there it goes. No questions. A screenshot and a termination email. That's it. No questions. I'm more than happy to service and give this opportunity to as many clients as possible. I don't think nobody has given this amount of free value for the clients and affiliates. So this will be extremely strictly followed up, and with the direct help from PU Prime. And this Primeverse is only accessible to our management. Let me make that very clear. Primeverse is only accessible to people within my management. And that includes all the regional partners and as well as our partnership managers. A very big thank you to everybody who worked behind the scenes. A very big thank you to all the clients, the people who showed faith, who showed strength, courage in your faith and belief in this platform. I thank you. My gratitude towards every single client. And we will continue to climb new levels and take this to the next level. So anything you want to say, Andrew, to close it out?
Of course, that's also I want to give some thanks to, of course, our educators, our signal providers, our support group, our operations team, guys. This is such a massive movement that we have a huge team operating this. Not only, the support team, but of course, we have so much more, like the people that are testing the apps, people that are running our contents, our editors, so much to get something like this out there. And I hope you guys enjoy. And of course, like Benson said earlier, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect product, but we aim to be as close to it as possible. And we're updating literally every single week. Every request, every issues that you guys have is all seen and goes into our update pipeline. So 100%. So super excited to launch 3.0. Again, July 15 is our official onboarding date. I think you guys will see an even better version by the time you guys get on board inside of Primeverse 3.0. So super excited to guys to experience 3.0, and I'll see you guys inside of Primeverse.
If any of you guys would like to reach out and you don't have a channel to go back to, a colleague that can tie you back to Primeverse, you can always reach out to us at Benson Paul Official. You can also reach out to Andrew. You want to give your Instagram handle, Andrew?
Yeah, it's just Andrew R Santiago _
Awesome. So you can reach out to either of us, and we can connect you with the right communities if you're not able to connect already. So share this news, send this link to your friends, your colleagues. This link will still be up as a recording for you guys to play back and let them know the whole industry has changed from here on out. And I'll see you at the back office of Primeverse 3.0. Thank you, guys. It's been a pleasure and an honor.
See everybody.